Claude Design just creating massive hype right now. So I had to try it myself and create this hero section, and honestly, the result really surprised me. It not only just make the design, but also make it fully functional. So I'll show you how to write the better prompt to get the better result, how to generate the perfect assets for your project, what to do when the prompt gone wrong, and finally, how to make it functional and fully responsive. So without any further ado, let's get started. So first thing you need to do is going to this URL claude.ai/new, and here you can see this new option design, and with your existing Claude subscription you can get this option. So click on here, and here you can see these two options. So if you want to create an wireframe, you can choose this, but I want to create an actual design, so let's choose the high fidelity option, and let's give our project a name and click on create. And from here you can start your project from the scratch. By the way, if you want to learn how to make animated and advanced websites using AI with the right method, you can enroll in my upcoming comprehensive AI course. So join the waitlist and get notified whenever I launch this course. Okay, back to the video. So here on the left side, you also have the option to add any Figma or code file, so you can work over that. But I don't have any of this. Instead, I want to start with an screenshot. So for that, let's go over to Pinterest and here search for modern hero section. And we can see a lot of amazing hero sections. And I really like this one. So let's download this image and go back to Claude Design. And let's add that image from here and add your prompt to here. So here, if you just write down a simple prompt like make me a hero section like that, it will not give you much better result. Previously on my first try, I have also used this kind of prompt which gives me a result like this, which is also good. But in this example, I want to show you how we can replicate this reference as close as possible. So this kind of basic prompt not working. So let's clear this. So basically we need a master prompt where we tell everything specifically. And here I have already made that, and you can see here I say do not redesign, simplify or improve anything. Do not add your own creativity, and also match the layout exactly as shown in the screenshot, and also the other instructions. So let's copy all of this and just paste it to here and click on send, and it will take some time to create our result. And here is the result. And you can see this one looks much more better than our previous result. And that's why I always prefer to start with a good prompt. And this is obviously not the perfect one. We need to work on that with our follow-up prompt. But before that, I want to show you some interesting options. Like from these corners, you can see this option comments. So from here, you can add a comment with any of these elements and send it to Claude as a prompt. Or if you go to this edit option, from here you can directly edit any of these elements. Like here I want to change the font of this text to this one, also reduce the weight to 500 and also reduce the letter spacing. Perfect. Okay, back from this edit mode. And right now you can see this image is not looking too good because Claude is not good enough to generate images. So you need to manually add these image files. Here from the reference, I want to create the exact same image of this person, and we can easily create that by using this Nano Banana tool. And here with my Hexfield subscription, I already have this Nano Banana included, so I can use this model here. So here let's upload our image first and write down this prompt to extract this person. And from here make this ratio to 2:3 and the resolution 2K. Don't make it too high, otherwise Claude Code cannot process the image. Let's generate this, and we have successfully generated this image. Okay, but here I don't want to use this exact same image. Instead, I want to replace his face with another face. So for that, now we need to use this image as our reference image. So let's close this one and click on reference. And let's add our second image just for the face. And write down this prompt and hit generate. And here is our final image. So this one is basically the image for our first slide, and we also need some other images for our other slides. So by following the same process, I also use another reference image, and here for this one, I also want to change this outfit color, and I mentioned that color specifically with this color code. Let's create this. Okay, we have generated all of our images, and if we open any of this, here you can see with each image we have a background. So first of all, we need to remove that and then upload it to our website. So for that, let's open the Photoshop, or you can use any other background removing tool. So from the file, let's open our image, and first of all from here let's copy this background layer and hide this background, and from the left panel make sure to choose this quick selection tool, and finally click on this button, select subject, and our subject has been selected. And at this corner it's not selected properly, so if we drag our mouse here, it gets fixed. Okay, now here as we want to remove the background, so we want to select the background first. So let's right click and click on select inverse. Now the background is selected. Press backspace to remove our background. Now from here go to image and select this trim option, so we can trim this extra white space. Okay, finally to save this image, go to file and export as a PNG image. So make sure it's selected as PNG, and also this transparency mode is on. Click on export and save our image. Okay, we have created all of these images and also renamed this with these numbers, which also helps Claude to add the images with the correct slide. So let's upload all the images to here and add this prompt. Okay, now the image is added successfully, and if you click on this arrow, you can see now it's working as a slider. Okay, but this left content also goes at the down. We need to fix this. Basically, during your work, when you make any changes, it may also affect your other progress. So I recommend you to check everything properly after finishing your work. So go back to here and again write another follow-up prompt. Okay, and it gets fixed. Okay, now if we change our slide, here you can see our image has been changed, but the left content is not changing. So I want to show different heading and paragraph with each of the slides, and also want to change this button text to click to next. And here with this button, here you can see on our reference, we have a little outline. We also want to add that. And also I want to add a slide in animation when the slide changes. So a lot of changes here. We want to write it all together with this prompt and click on send. And although when writing the prompt, it's better to solve each problem one by one, but here let's try all of them all together. Okay, with this prompt and with some more follow-up prompts, finally we can fix that left part. Now if we click on here, we can see our slide is changing with this beautiful animation. And finally, like our reference, we also need to add a circle behind our image right here. And you can also see this outside glowing color is also not matching with this image. So let's fix that. Okay, now the circle has been added, but it looks too small and we need to place it a little bit bottom here. So let's also again fix that. Okay, and after trying some multiple attempts, finally we can create our layout properly. And finally at the bottom, I also want to improve this progress bar. So in this screenshot, you can see it looks something like this. So go back again to here and write down this prompt. Okay, and now it also gets fixed. So if you click on here, we can see the slide changes with this active bar. We'll also improve more of its functionality. But before that, first I want to make sure it's responsive for all the devices. So here you can see under 1200 pixel, this image looks really odd. So here on the tablet, I want to place this image at the middle instead of the bottom. So back again to here and write this prompt for under 1200 pixel and above mobile. Okay, now it's looking good from our tablet and from the mobile. Here first of all, we need to reduce the size of the image and also the gap under here. And this menu here also shifted a little bit and everything almost fine. Also make this progress bar to full width. And here we don't necessarily have to make this section to 100 VH. Instead, I want to set its height to auto. So let's make all of these changes. And finally, it also looks good for our mobile devices. And finally, we got one more issue. Here on the wider mobile devices, here you can see, because of the longer height, the image and the text not aligned properly. So you can fix that by setting a maximum height for this hero section. So let's set the maximum height from here. Okay, and finally I want to improve the functionality, and first of all I want to add the autoplay option, so the slide will be changes automatically after each 5 seconds, and it will be also loop around. That means after going to the last slide, it again go back to the first slide. So write the prompt for that. Okay, now we can see this autoplay is activating and the slide is changing after each 5 seconds. And if we click on this button here, we can see it's also working properly. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video.